Do you want to walk into your medicine interview feeling calm, confident, and knowing the answer to every single question because you took the time to learn the content? If you want to achieve your 4 out of 4 medicine offers, make sure to watch this video. In this video, we're going to be going over the different organizations, what their roles are, and what you need to know. It's completely understandable that it can sometimes feel a little bit overwhelming that you have to learn all these different organizations that are involved in healthcare. But in this video, I'm going to tell you the ones that you actually need to know about in your interviews and tell you what each of them do so you're able to talk about them and have that good understanding and knowledge when you have to answer questions. Hi, I'm Loveleen, a medical student at King's College London, here to help you with your interviews. Now, I completely understand how daunting and difficult interviews were, as I was in your position. But fast forward a couple of months, I went on to achieve all 4 of my offers with interview scores as high as 135 out of 140. And I'm here to help you do the same and achieve your dream of studying medicine. On my channel, I talk about all things relating to medicine, entrepreneurship, and mindset. Now, to help you, I've also created loads of different resources. First up is my Aspiring Medics newsletter for completely free resources. On this, I post loads of different tips relating to the journey of getting into medicine, especially around during UCAT season and interview season, and what you can be doing to help you achieve your dream of studying medicine. Additionally, one of the key reasons that I was actually able to get all 4 of my offers was my interview document. This is an over 50-page document in which I've included all of the content that you need to know, ethical pillars, over 100 different types of questions, and also the NHS hot topics and research. If you're interested in this, make sure to check it out using the link below. Additionally, if you want more personalized support with helping you get your 4 out of 4 offers and studying medicine at your dream uni, then check out my interview course. Again, as part of this interview course, you get personalized, tailored learning given to you about all the content, learning how you should actually be structuring your interview responses, what your interviewers want from you when you're doing a med school interview, and the art of speaking and presentation, because this is so important in helping you secure your offers and get into medicine. The first organization we're going to be taking a look at is the NHS, or the National Health Service. Now, I have a full video all about the NHS as well, so make sure to check that out so you fully understand everything about the NHS, why it was set up, and also the core principles and the structure of it too. But just to make sure that we're covering all of the organisations, in this video I'm going to give you a brief overview. So the NHS was set up in 1948 and it had 3 key aims: to meet the needs of everyone, be free at the point of delivery, and it's based on clinical need, not the ability to pay. So essentially the NHS was designed as a free healthcare source for everyone to use within the UK to help them have good healthcare needs, all of their requirements met, so that they can have a better quality of life. Again, make sure to check out my other video as that fully talks in detail about everything relating to the NHS. The next organisation to know about is the British Medical Association, or BMA. This is a trade union for doctors and medical students, and it does not have a compulsory membership. Other organisations such as the GMC, which we'll look at shortly, they have a compulsory membership. Now, as they are the trade union for all doctors and medical students, they essentially represent every single doctor and medical student who is signed up to them within the UK. The aim of the BMA is to represent, negotiate and support for every single UK medical student and doctor. Next organisation to look at is the CQC, or Care Quality Commission. Now, this is an organisation which isn't necessarily part of the NHS. They're an independent organisation, but their services are often commissioned within the NHS. This is because they're a regulatory body. What their job is to inspect different places like NHS hospitals, GP surgeries, care homes, and all of these different services that the NHS has. The reason that it needs to inspect these places, and it's an independent body, is because it's essentially assessing are all of these different spaces which are offered for patients, are they delivering a high standard of care? And this is what the aim of the CQC is, to ensure that high quality standard of care is being maintained across all of these different services that are being provided. This will then ensure that patients have safe care and good quality of care. The General Medical Council, or GMC, are an organisation in the UK, and their job is to regulate all medical students and doctors. Now, for them, membership is compulsory and every single doctor is regulated through here. Additionally, one of the key documents that they publish is the GMC Good Medical Practice Guidelines for all medical students and doctors. This is something that we will cover in another video as part of good guidelines and key documents. Now, the GMC has 5 key aims and what its principles are in order to help doctors and medical students. The first is managing the UK Medical Register. What this means is that it's their job to make sure that all doctors have the right skills, to make sure that all doctors are trained to the same standard, so that every patient, no matter which doctor they go to, they'll be given that same high quality care to them. Next is to set the values, knowledge and skills that every single doctor in the UK will need. So there are certain skills such as good teamwork skills, communication, and also guidelines that every single doctor needs to be following, these are all set by the GMC to create, again, that standard across the NHS. Thirdly, they oversee medical education and training. This is important because they ensure that all medical students, for example, are trained so that when they enter the NHS, that they know what they're doing, and also for doctors that they feel well equipped and again have the necessary knowledge and skills that they need to have in order to support patients. Their fourth aim is to help doctors constantly improve and to raise standards, and to make sure that again there's constant learning, development and skills of doctors, to make sure that doctors are fully aware of all the new developments which can be used to help patients. And the fifth aim of the GMC is to investigate and act upon any concerns that are ever highlighted about a doctor, or if there are ever any concerns relating to patient confidentiality, breaches of it, or any ethical pillars that have been gone against for any reason. In certain cases, it's the GMC's role to investigate and follow up on these and conduct that. The next organisation we're going to take a look at is the National Institute of Health and Care Excellence, or NICE. Now, they are an independent organisation and they provide guidance on the prophylaxis and treatment of different diseases. They provide information on things such as health technology, public health, clinical practices and international procedures. The next organisation to know about is the Royal Colleges. Now, there are Royal Colleges for essentially every single specialty within medicine. The aim of one singular Royal College is to regulate the doctors within that specialty. So these doctors will also be a part of the GMC, but they also have to be in the Royal Colleges. And again, membership is compulsory here. So if, for example, a neurosurgeon, they would be on the GMC and the Royal College relating to neurosurgery, because this is the body that will regulate the doctors within that specialty. The World Health Organization, or WHO, was founded in 1948, and their aim is to expand global health coverage. They also help the world to respond to global health crises and emergencies, as shown by the example of COVID-19, where WHO helps to regulate and support different countries on developing different protocols and how to respond to COVID. Within this video, I've told you all of the information that you need to know about all the different organizations. Bear in mind, for the NHS, this is the one that you need to know the most information about, so don't forget to check out my video talking about the NHS in a lot more detail. The rest of the organisations, they are important to know about, which is why I've given you a summary of each of them, but you don't need to learn about them in 100% detail. Now, to make sure that you know everything for your interviews and all of the content to help you get 4 out of 4 offers, make sure that you check out the other videos on my channel, including NHS hot topics, ethics, and other content that you need to know.